It's a matchup tonight between a team that is consistently in the playoffs and a team that's making history for the first time ever, a district championship and in the playoffs for the first time in their school history. Hello, everybody. Carlos Sharyland along with Mike Gonzalez, and what a game we have here tonight because it is quite a dandy because Weslaco East District champions, co-district champions in 32-5A, taking on a strong Sharyland team. They are the third team. They are the third seed coming out of their district, Mike Gonzalez, but they are a very good team. Sharyland, like I said in the little preview there, always in the playoffs, and they come in here after only losing to Pioneer and to McAllen.
Yeah, led by head coach Barton Bickerton, who is in his 25th year. As you mentioned, Carlos, the Rattlers finished in third place. A lot of tradition. They developed some quality baseball players that have moved on to play the next level, and we've even had one that's won the World Series, and Jaime Garcia and Tres Barrera just a few years back, and it's a great matchup, and I really like it, Carlos, because this is the first time for the Wildcats in the playoffs, and I love that they're going up against a traditional power like Sharyland. The next chapter. I'm anxious to see the results.
Yeah, and it's a good matchup. Weslaco East comes in here strong bats. We've seen them pound the ball. They are led by Tonio Balboa with 5 home runs on the season, and he likes to hit the ball nicely. And also some great defense. We got to see them play on K-West when they won that district title, share for that district title against Brownsville Vets. We saw some great defense by them. And then a couple of good pitchers. You'll see Tonio Balboa on the mound right now. Tonight, we're number 24. And then tomorrow, the second game of this 2 out of 3 series will be Solis. Alex Solis will be playing at Sharyland. So they're strong all around, offense, defense, and great pitching.
Good, great pitching, starting by 2 sophomores that are going to start tonight, and then tomorrow night another sophomore with Alex Solis. And then in Game 3, if possible, Coach Brown told me earlier today that he would go with either Javi Garza or Jared Perez, with potentially his 2 sophomores coming off the bench if needed.
Yeah, absolutely. That's pretty much the way he's been doing it all season long, and that has led Weslaco East to a season at 16-5 and 12-2 overall. First to the plate for Sharyland, this is Saul Soto, center fielder for the Sharyland Rattlers. We'll start off with Saul Soto, Alejandro Islas, and Victor Sanchez. In the hole will be Jose Garcia for the Rattlers.
First 3 hitters, Carlos, left-handed batters. Coach Beckerton said they've done a lot of damage this year, and so that's going to be key for Antonio to hold those top 3 batters down.
1 ball and 1 strike. We got Tonio Balboa, young sophomore, getting off to a good start here with a 1-1 count. Second pitch inside, goes swinging, does Soto, and that'll be strike number 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes now on the batter, so Soto. On a nice evening here, 7 o'clock start, Weslaco East High School. Also 7 o'clock start tomorrow night at Sharyland. Saturday back here at Weslaco East if necessary, also 7 o'clock. Great curveball there, and Balboa starts off with a strikeout as down goes Saul Soto.
Yeah, great start there by Balboa. Looked like he took something off of that. You mentioned a curveball there, and I think Soto was fooled for out number 1.
Setting up the defense here now for Weslaco East. Behind the plates will be Javi Garza at catcher. Nate Rivas will be at first base. Caleb Escamilla, shortstop. Alex Solis, when he's not on the mound, he plays third base, and he'll be third. That pitch right there was a strike, by the way. Jesse Lopez at shortstop. In the left field, we have Mike Brown. Center field, Jared Perez. And who did we go ahead and go with? And in right field will be Jacob Rodriguez. That's the defense for Weslaco East. And right now, the count goes to 1-1 on the batter, Alejandro Islas.
This young man, Carlos, is only a freshman. So the Rattlers have a junior leadoff batter and then a freshman, and then the third batter is a junior.
Pitcher, chopper, looks like it could be dangerous. Escamilla picks it up, and he's going to be safe. As Escamilla deep towards second baseman there, couldn't make the turn and throw. Good speed there by the young man, Islas, and he's on at first.
Yeah, great attempt there by Escamilla there. Islas put the ball in play, and that's something Bickerton also told me about. That was going to be a key in this series, is if we can put the ball in play, that's going to be crucial there. And Islas, using his speed, beat out the throw. for the first base runner of the night.
Next at the plate will be Victor Sanchez, designated hitter. Throw back to first base, nothing there. Victor Sanchez, designated hitter here. We're number 54, another lefty, like you said, Mike Gonzalez. Start off with 3 straight lefties, do the guys in red. Lots of action for WISC. We get the thing started here on a Thursday night. We got matchups all around. Both our high schools, all our teams still playing. By-district round for the softball girls. Ball low and outside. Runners taking off as Garza couldn't find it. Throw to second base, a little late. And so now we got a runner in scoring position in Islas.
So we see the Rattlers being aggressive in the base paths. Islas felt like that was a great opportunity for him to go and took advantage. And is now on second.
Yeah, nice aggressive play by the young freshman. See that Garza couldn't find the ball, and that's going to be an outside corner for a strike for Sanchez. And now we're 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out early on in the first inning. Another strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes now.
Once again, Balboa going to that outside corner there. In first inning, Carlos, we know that the pitchers and the coaches, they look at the way they look and see the way the umpire is calling the game.
Check swing. That one's going to go foul out of play towards the fence. And Brown will take a chase to it, but that is foul all the way. Remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. So the Weslaco Panthers, softball Lady Panthers, taking on San Antonio Harlan. That'll be taking place in San Antonio Activity Center Student Activity Center in Laredo against San Antonio Harlan. That's a 3-game series. That'll start tomorrow, Friday. That'll be on KOS. And then also we got a game that starts also tomorrow. Be Weslaco East softball versus Corpus Christi Carroll. That'll be a 3-game series as well. Starts off in Corpus Christi. That's going to be a called ball. Look close. The crowd wanted to strike. So it'll be even at the count 2-2. East softball will be at Carroll on Friday night. Mike Gonzalez will have the play-by-play on that one. And then Saturday they'll be at home. And then Monday back to Carroll if needed. Inside pitch, going to get away from Garza. And he's going to go to third base. Will Islas. So runner on third now, only 1 out. As the runner able to advance on a couple of pass balls. So now Balboa will concentrate on the hitter here with only 1 out. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Runner on third. Inside pitch, and they're not going to give it to him. He walks. Victor Sanchez on at first base.
A few pitches ago, Carlos, I thought that Balboa struck him out there, came with a little curveball in the inside part of the plate. The umpire called it a ball. It was very, very close. I had my fist up in the air thinking it was a strikeout, but instead called it a ball, and it gave credit to Sanchez for fighting off those pitches and drawing a walk.
So runners at the corners now here with 1 out. Next batter, he'll be Jose Garcia, the 4-hole hitter. Cleanup for Sharyland. Balboa checked the runner at first. Fastball, strike number 1. Yeah, Balboa has been on the plate. His accuracy looks really good here at this point. It's just a matter of just getting the calls from the umps. Nothing you can do about that. Runner takes off. They're going to let him stay with a runner on third base. And that'll put runners at second and third. And 2 strikes on the batter, Jose Garcia.
That was probably a hit and run there as we saw Sanchez go for second on the stolen base.
Outside corner, he strikes him out on 3 pitches. Tonio Balboa with the second K of the first inning. And that was critical with runners at second and third.
Yeah, you mentioned, Carlos, a key word there, critical. Balboa just struck out their best hitter who enters this game as a team's leading hitter at .424 batting average. 2
outs. This one's going to go to shortstop. And Lopez with the out. And, yeah, a couple of runners left on base, but they get the 3 outs. And that's the end of the top of the first. We'll be back with the Wildcats batted up next. All right, back at Weslaco East High School, bottom of the first inning. Let's go to the starting lineup for the Wildcats. We'll start off with Jesse Lopez. Batting second will be Alex Solis. Batting third for Weslaco East, Toño Balboa. Cleanup, Javi Garza. Mike Brown batting fifth. Nate Rivas will bat sixth. Batting seventh, Jared Perez. Batting eighth will be Jacob Rodriguez. And batting ninth will be Caleb Escamilla. Set up the defense here for you guys for the Sharyland Rattlers. We got Diego Zuniga behind the plate. Jorge Alcala at first base. Horacio Garza at second. Jose Acosta at shortstop. Cole Gerlach at third. In left field, Jose Garcia. Playing center field, Saul Soto. And at right field, Islas Alejandro. On the mound tonight, Quique Cifuentes. Cifuegos, I'm sorry.
Cifuegos, beg your pardon. Senior, committed to Alvin College starting next year. Comes in with a 9-1 record. 0.96 ERA for the season. Has great velocity, a great fastball. The top two pitchers on this team, Carlos, actually have been out all year. Carlos Garcia and Victor Sanchez. Sanchez, however, does play as a designated hitter and sometimes at first base. But this young man has delivered for Sharyland and has become their ace this year.
All right, to the plate now here will be Jesse Lopez. Senior, one of the very few seniors on this team. Or Lopez, first pitch outside. Lopez had the game-winning RBI in that final regular season game against Brownsville Vets to bring in the go-ahead run in the bottom of the sixth inning for the Wildcats. And right now he is, 1-1, the count on him. But Lopez does a solid job defensively and is a great leadoff hitter for Coach Mike Brown. This one's going to go to his counterpart at shortstop. And getting it there will be Acosta to Alcala for the out number 1.
Yeah, just a one-hopper to the shortstop, routine grounder. Made the play for the out there at first base.
Coming up next for your Wildcats, if you're from Weslaco East, right, this is going to be Alex Solis now at the plate.
Only a sophomore. Will pitch tomorrow night. Will be the starter. Tonight is at third base.
First pitch to him is a strike. Yeah, unofficially on last week's game, I had him down for 5 strikeouts. I don't know if that's totally accurate, but I had 5 strikeouts on him. And not last week's game, but was it last week or 2 weeks ago when they played against Brownsville Vets in that final game of the regular season?
Had an opportunity to visit the team on Monday, Carlos, and golly, they were so excited, being that this is their first ever playoff game, and just a lot of energy. I had a chance to spend time with Alex, and being only a sophomore, he couldn't wait to hit the field and play.
This one going to be off the handle and goes foul, and unable to come up with it is the first baseman. So that'll be strike number 2 on Solis.
Yeah, great effort there by Jorge Alcala there at first base. It's the wind. It's not that windy right now. It was windy earlier. Yeah, we've seen worse, and so wind didn't play much of a factor there. But sometimes when the balls go up in the air, they play a little games with you. But it was a nice effort there by the young man.
That one's going to go right in there for strike number 3, and Solis goes down looking for out number 2. So to the plate now will be Toño Balboa. And you got to watch this young man. Final game of the regular season, went yard in his very first plate appearance at the bottom of the first inning. And here he is, 5 home runs on the season for Balboa.
He's going for number 6 there.
Young sophomore. Can pitch, and he's also the catcher on the team. Plays a lot of travel ball as well, and does Tonio Balboa.
Yeah, Coach Brown said last week he's the best hitter on the team, has the most power.
Taking a couple of swings there at that one. 2 pitches, 2 swings. He's being challenged at this point. Yeah. Couldn't find the curveball on those 3 pitches. That has to give confidence to the young pitcher from Sharyland, Kike Cienfuegos. So they go down 1-2-3 to the Wildcats. We'll be back with the top of the 2nd inning right after this. Up to the plate for the Sharyland Rattlers will be Jorge Alcala, Cole Gerlach, and Jose Acosta. In the hole will be Horacio Garza. Sharyland coming up here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. No scorer yet in this ball game. It's been a pretty good battle so far after 1 inning to play. Coach Bart Bickerton, 24 years as a head coach, has 516 career wins. That's what happens when you coach over, he's been coaching for 24 years. Coach Eddie Serna, probably, another 25 years or so at Weslaco High. Eddie's got 416 wins. Bart Bickerton, 100 more wins, So, and those are 2 coaches that probably been coaching around the same time.
Well, yeah, when you're in a program for that long and you have that many wins, you've had a lot of success.
Well, yeah. But you also got to remember that Bickerton was at Sharyland. He went to Mercedes, I believe, for a short stint. Then he went to Port Isabel, and now he's back in Sharyland. So he's got some wins elsewhere as well. But, yeah, the majority of them definitely are at Sharyland, where you're right, Mike. They won a lot of games back in the day, back in the late 90s, 2000s, Ball High. And so that's why you have 516 wins for Coach Bickerton. I bring up Coach Serna because he'll be playing tomorrow night. That'll be a 3-game matchup against La Jolla. That'll be taking place at PSJ Southwest High School. Also a game you could watch on K-West. 4 big games for the K-West crew and for WISD over the next 3 to 4 days. That one's going to be ball in the dirt. Coach Mike Brown, 8th year as a head coach. He's still young in his baseball head coaching career. He's got 40 career wins. His first district championship for him. First one for the school. A lot of firsts going on for the Wildcats this year.
Growing up in Del Rio, I know he also played baseball over there on top of being a quarterback for the program over there. So he knows his baseball as well.
Coach Brown was a multi-sport star. We talked to him. Sit down for any time, length of time. He can tell you some stories about growing up in Del Rio, playing ball for TCU as a tight end, had a stint with the Chicago Bears as he went to training camp with them back in the 90s. This one's going to go to right field, going to bounce in there for a base hit, and on at first will be Jorge Alcala. Solid hit to right field, and he is on.
Yeah, he got good metal on that on the bat there, and Jacob Rodriguez was right there to get that one hopper there, going the opposite way.
Well, Gerlach now will come to the plate. I believe he'll be pitching tomorrow, Mike. You got a chance to talk to Coach Bickerton, and he will probably be on the mound tomorrow night. Will Gerlach, playing third base right now. So we're at first, throw back to first base. Good crowd on hand here for the Wildcats. Nice evening. First pitch is a strike. Got a little bit of a cold front last night. Shift in the wind. And you had to have been outside, and I was outside last night. It was hot and humid, and all of a sudden the wind just shifted coming out of the north a little bit, cooled things down some. This one's going to go shortstop, and bobble, drop, and no play. Lopez couldn't find the handle on that one, rushed it a little bit, and now you got runners on at first and second base. Coming up to the plate will be Jose Acosta.
Yeah, the ball was hit really, really hard, and unfortunately Lopez wasn't able to get a handle of it completely there. But yeah, that ball was hit so hard that sometimes that happens. And once again, the Rattlers are in business.
Out of the lineup here is Acosta, 8th hole hitter. Was able to get away from that one on the pitch.
I'm assuming, Carlos, that the ball hit the bat there, so that's going to be considered a foul ball and a strike.
You're right, exactly right, Mike. 1 ball and 1 strike then now to Acosta.
Acosta showing bunt there. You wonder if Bickerton's going to elect to move his runners to second and third.
Might be time to play a little bit of small ball. You got to get runs when you can, and we have no outs and runners on base. Move them over any way possible, huh?
And I noticed the first baseman has about has both of his feet in the grass. The third baseman was starting to creep in as the pitch was delivered.
2-1 now the call. Now the count, 2 balls, 1 strike. On Acosta with runners on first and second. No outs. Showing bunt once again. Going to foul that one back. Be strike number 2. 2-2 is the count. Horacio Garza, the 9-hole hitter, would like to get up there and take a whack at this. But Balboa making it very difficult here now for Acosta. He hasn't given him anything easy to put down. He's been trying to. And they're going to throw back to second, and do they get him? Oh, that was super close. Nearly got him. Almost caught the runner, Alcala, sleeping at that point.
Yeah, Balboa with a beautiful move through, a 180, and throwing it there to the second baseman, standing right on the bag there. And you're right, Carlos. I don't think Alcala expected that and almost tagged him out.
Ball outside. That'll bring up the count full now. And that would have been a play definitely needed for Balboa. He'll ruck with the runner, though. Ball high, and he's going to load the bases. So a walk here, his second walk of the game. It'll bring up the 9-hole hitter, Horacio Garza.
To give credit there to Acosta there, fighting off all those pitches, fighting off some foul balls, and was able to get the base on balls to load the bases with nobody out.
And at this point, it's playoff baseball. I don't care if you're the 9-hole hitter or you're the 4-hole hitter. Everyone's going to be able to hit at this point when you're playing against a good team like Sharyland. They are the 3rd seed, but they are they were all good. I mean, from top to bottom, that district was solid, especially the top 3 teams in McAllen, Pioneer, and Sharyland. Sharyland beat Pioneer. Pioneer at one point was ranked number 2 in the state. Inside pitch going to get away from Garza. Going to come home, and they're not going to get him. He's going to come in safely, Will Alcala, on the wild pitch. Make the score 1-0 as the ball gets away from Garza.
So what happens now, Carlos, is that you have runners at second and third now. You don't have a force out at first, which is also something important to point out.
Leaves that base open. And Garza will go back to work with 1 ball. Another one low, 2 balls now.
And we see the first baseman and third baseman creeping in as Garza showing bunt.
Ball outside. Three balls, no strikes. Runners at first and second. Balboa got some work to do. That one will catch the inside corner for strike number 1.
Yeah, I think Garza just elected to take the pitch there, make Balboa work.
Tries to get that inside corner again, and the umpire won't give it to him this time. And that's another walk. Back-to-back walks, loads the bases.
Now batting for Sharyland, number 12, Quique Cienfuegos.
So we'll go back to the top of the lineup. Nope. Yep, we'll go back to the top of the lineup with Saul Soto.
Number 5, Saul Soto.
At the plate now. First pitch low.
Now remember, Carlos, we have a young sophomore on the mound in a playoff game, his first playoff action. You know, I'm anxious to see if he's able to hang in there.
One ball and one strike now for the batter here, Saul Soto, top of the lineup. And one run. Yeah. Not sure what that was about, Mike. I was talking to Vinny, the camera guy. He's going to whack that one. That'll go to right field. 2 runs are going to come in to score. Oh, it gets by the outfielder. Soto's going to go to third. He might try to come home. And they're going to hold him up at third base. And it gets away from Garza. He's going to come in, and there's nobody there. And it'll be an inside the park home run. Oh, my goodness. Inside the park home run. Were bases loaded at that point as well, I believe.
Grand slam?
Grand slam, Mike. Yep.
Got a one-on-one pitch right in the heart of the play, and Soto just whacked it to right field, and unfortunately gets by the right fielder all the way to the wall there, which allowed the other 3 runners to score easily. And then Soto was held at third, but then the ball got away at home plate, which allowed Soto to sneak home.
This will be a pop-up going to Garza and to Solis. Solis will come up with that one. That'll be out number 1.
Now batting for Sharyland, number 54, Victor Sanchez.
Yeah, let's see if the Wildcats can stop the bleeding and get 2 big outs here and move forward.
Also going to right field, coming on strong. Yeah, he makes the catch for out number 2 here. Damage is being done at the bottom of the lineup. But the Wildcats, Jacob Rodriguez makes that catch.
Now batting for Sharyland, number 2, Jose Garcia.
That'll be out number 2, but the damage was done. There was a walk and error, 2 walks. And they did all that off of just 1 hit at that point, and then the inside the park home run. But a couple of walks, a couple of passed balls, and just some play here by Weslaco that we're not accustomed to seeing. And they're behind in this game 5-0. First pitch is a strike.
Garcia struck out looking his first time up in the first inning.
Right up the middle. And that'll be a base hit to center field for Jose Garcia. So he's on at first base with 2 outs. And to the plate now will be Diego Zuniga.
21, Diego Zuniga.
So a big inning here for the Rattlers with 5 runs on the board. Back to first.
And Zuniga grounded to short his first time up.
Runner takes off. Garza with a jump on that one. They tag him, and they're going to say he's out. Excellent play there by Jesse Lopez to end the inning. But the damage is done. We got 5 runs on the board for Sharyland. Bottom of the second coming up for your Wildcats.
Before Rene Hinojosa became a business executive, he was a student at Weslaco ISD. He participated in UIL academics, designed the original Wildcats logo, was an all-state academic middle linebacker, He then played for the Longhorns, graduating with a business degree from UT. Now he's the Director of Strategic Development at Doctors Hospital at Renaissance. Weslaco ISD is home to some of the most prestigious graduates in the Rio Grande Valley. For Rene Hinojosa, WISD was the right choice.
So the Wildcats now in the hole, down 5-0. They'll need to get those bats going here in the second inning. But if you take a look at their record and you take a look at what they've done, they've had some games where they have just put up some enormous scores. I mean, they beat Mercedes, and these are a team that went to the playoffs in the Tigers, 20-1. I know they beat Donath in a big time game as well earlier in the season. I don't have that one on here for some reason, but 19-0. You know, they beat Pace Vikings back in April, 10-0. And so they do have the capability of putting up runs, but they'll need to do it against a very good playoff team in Sharyland. First pitch is a ball to the batter, or a 4-hole hitter, Javi Garza. Javi, shot, second baseman. He's not going to get it as he knocks it down. So Javi Garza is on at first base.
Great effort there by Horacio Garza there at second, but I think Javi would have been the throw anyway, Carlos, and it's a great way to start the inning. You mentioned the Wildcats have the capability of scoring a lot of runs, and we saw it throughout the season, so being down 5-0 won't faze them, but yes, it is time for them to get to work.
Mike Brown, Jr. for the Wildcats, now at the plate. Runner at first base. Ball high to Mike Brown.
He was the young man, Carlos, that made that last out Friday night to clinch the district championship against the Brownsville Veterans, to share the district championship. And I'm sure that was an awesome moment for him, for the team as well.
Curveball in there for strike number 1. 1-1 now the count to Mike Brown. Yeah. Brown plays for his father here, Mike Brown Sr., the head coach of the team. So it was definitely a moment, making that final out, keeping the baseball, and giving it to his dad after the game. Another curveball. He'll goes after that one. That's going to be a high shot, going to be shallow left. Can't see in this sun, but it's going to be caught by the outfielder for Sharyland, Jose Garcia.
Being that the sun is out, Carlos, sometimes it can, block you a little bit there, but the outfielder there did a wonderful job. I mean, the sun is actually behind him, but still, you just never know.
For us, we can't see the ball.
For us, we can't see the ball.
No way.
For sure.
Yeah. But for the outfielder, the sun is behind his back, had no problem with it, and he made the catch. That's a strike there. That's a nasty slider there. Or it has a little bit of a curve on it. But a great pitch there for strike number 1. This is Nate Rivas now at the plate. Nate had a home run. He had his first home run in the final game of the regular season. Ball low and outside. 1-1 now the count. Still trying to get Garza over to second base. After Garza will be Jared Bettis, center fielder. He's on the on-deck circle at this point. Way outside. 2 balls and 1 strike now here on Rivas. Crowd continues to file in here at Weslaco High School. Good throw back to first base, and Garza had to slide there quickly, but he's back on the base. Still COVID restrictions taking place here. Certain amount of crowd is allowed to come to the game. But you're watching it on KWS at this point. And this will get away from the catcher. Garza's going to go to second. He's on, and the count will be 3 balls and 1 strike. 3-1 now the count, so a runner at second base. Rivas will get a good look here at a good pitch. We'll see what Coach Brown has for Rivas. timeout called on the field. As they will talk a little bit, talk about this one.
Rivas is one of the best hitters in this team. Loves to hit out in the gaps. Plenty of room out there. And with runner in scoring position, a great opportunity here for the young sophomore.
So Rivas dials in from Cienfuegos. That was low all the way, but he took a swing at that one, did Rivas. Would have been a golf shot, but now the count is full to him. 3 balls and 2 strikes. He went after that one. That was right in the strike zone, especially if you're a power hitter, you want it up high like that, but he couldn't catch up to it. Down goes Rivas with another strike. That's 3 strikes now for Cienfuegos.
Yeah, Rivas chased a high fastball there, hard of the plate, and a big-time strikeout for Cienfuegos.
Jared Pettis will now come to the plate. Still got Javi Garza, leadoff hitter, but there's 2 outs now for the 8th hole hitter, Jacob Rodriguez. Foul back, strike number 1. For Jared Pettis.
We talk about how young the Wildcats are. Very few seniors, but Jared Pettis is one of them.
Pettis awaits. Going to be low. 1-1 now the count to Pettis. Jacob Rodriguez coming up after Pettis is on the on-deck circle. That's going to be right in there. Yeah, he was taken all the way because that one was right in the strike zone, but the ball has some movement. We can see it really nice from here. So good movement on the ball by Quique Cienfuegos. Tough, strong pitcher for Bart Bickerton on the mound tonight. He certainly can bring the heat and move it. Foul back or strike number 2. Remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Wildcats need to catch up with this, so that ball got to be going at least 80-something miles an hour, Mike.
Yeah, the catcher there was sitting to the outside of it. The pitch came a little bit more inside. I don't know if that was what he expected, but the Pettis took a good whack at it.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Tried to get the inside corner there, but the ball did not bend in there, so it'll be 2-2 the count.
Yeah, we've seen some of these hitters chase early on, but Pettis, good eye there, taking the pitch.
Two-two pitch to Pettis. Can't catch up to that one. It'll go foul. See that fastball just steaming in there. And Pettis took a whack at it. Just couldn't catch up. Trying to keep this in and alive with Javi Garza at second base. Big lead for him. Sharyland's not really worried about him at second base at this point. With a 2-2 count and the 7th hole hitter, they're working on Pettis. Foul back, and Pettis doing a good job of staying alive here.
Yes, Cienfuegos took something off of that pitch for sure. And Pettis that time had to chase it and fortunately fouled it.
Here we go again with a 2-2 count. Cienfuegos has been excellent so far. Curves ball, and it won't bend in, won't give him the inside. So we'll go full count. Tremendous patience by Pettis. The umpire as well with a small strike zone. Not giving anything away on that one. We'll see what Pettis has here with an open base at first. 3-2 count. Low, and that's going to be a walk. And in at first base is Pettis. I'll bring up Jacob Rodriguez.
What an at bat for Jared Pettis. Wasn't he behind 1-2 at one point and just was able to fight off those pitches, draw a walk?
Now will come Jacob Rodriguez here. We saw the bottom of the lineup do some damage against Brownsville Vets, get on base and whatnot. And here's Rodriguez. He'll take a whack at that one. Strike number one, fastball coming right at you.
Yeah, Jacob was aiming for Net Medical Center there. Took a good whack at it, but the ball was out of the strike zone.
Yeah, if he connects, it's gone for Rodriguez. Plays guard for the Wildcats football team. He's an athlete. That one, that's going to go foul. So 2 strikes now on Jacob Rodriguez. Runners at first and second. So way ahead in the count is Cienfuegos. Rodriguez waiting for the pitch. Fastball right to the second baseman for out number 3. And no runs come across for the Wildcats. They do get one hit. It's a one-hitter so far for Quique Cienfuegos. After 2 innings of play, 5-0 Sharyland. We'll be right back. So the last time out, the last inning, the game was highlighted by an inside-the-park home run by Saul Soto to break the game open at 5-0. And that was at the top of the second inning. That was a big inning for Sharyland. So to the plate now will be Diego Zuniga. First pitch to him is a strike. One ball, one strike. And this is where you kind of find out what you're made of, Mike. You know,
character.
Championship character.
Yeah.
In that you're behind in the game, playoff game. Coming off a bad inning, you're behind in the game. And you need to do some work defensively.
Still a lot of baseball left. I mean, we're only in the 3rd inning, so just need to hang in there, see if they can get 3 outs here.
Three balls and 1 strike now to Zuniga. And that's going to be a walk. That'll be the third walk of the game here. So it'll be Zuniga to first base.
Number 34, Jorge Alcala.
Jorge Alcala now at the plate.
He's a young man that started the damage in the 2nd inning, led off with a single, and then scored the first run of the game on a wild pitch.
Throw back to first base, nothing there. Yeah, it was the bottom of the lineup, Mike, that did some damage in that second inning with Alcala, got it going. Then an error, and then a couple of walks, and then Soto with the shot to right field. That's how it was all done. So it's not like they came up and just whacked the ball. It was an error, a couple of pass balls, a couple of walks. So some unforced errors on the Wildcats helped the cause of Sharyland.
Yeah, you notice there Balboa going to first base, not giving Zuniga much room there. Trying to keep him as close to the bag as possible.
Do they know something? He must have some wheels out there. First pitch is going to be a ball. Balboa working the runner over there at first base in Zuniga. Next pitch is a strike to Alcala. So 1-1 now is the count. Sun's starting to set and go down over there. That building in the back is Nat Medical Center. Probably got another 15 to 20 minutes before that sun will be right behind it. Continue to work the runner at first base, says Balboa. Trying to keep him honest. And 1-1 the count here to the batter. And the runner goes, Garza, and he's going to have to go back because that's going to be a foul. And it'll be a second strike. So 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes now on Alcala.
A hit and run there. Alcala going for second, and Zuniga, I beg your pardon, going for second, and Alcala swinging and fouling it back. But you notice, Carlos, once a runner gets on base, how aggressive they are.
Good job by Garza. They're going to throw back to first. Good job by Garza, but he just couldn't get him out at first.
Yeah, I thought Rivas had a shot there at first, but Zuniga was able to get back.
2-2 is the count. Back to Zuniga again. Alcala's like, when are you going to pitch the ball to me, man? Curveball swinging for strikeout number 1 and out number 1. It's actually the third strikeout of the game for Balboa.
Number 11,
but it's the first out of the game. So Cole Gerlach will now come to the plate with a runner still at first base. 1 out.
Yeah, outstanding job there by Balboa. Looked like he came with a curveball there. Fooled out Alcala there. A big out.
Back to first again. Maybe that's the key here. Work the runner there at first base. And they're coming close, certainly. Balboa was that great pickoff move going to first.
Yeah, we saw earlier in the game him going to second. That was a great move to first.
Whack, center field, getting under it and catching it for the Wildcats, and that'll be Jared Perez for out number 2.
Now batting for Sharyland, number 3.
Ball was hit hard, but right at Perez.
So they'll bring up the 8th-hole hitter now in Jose Acosta. Walked the last time out, scored a run, if not inside the park home run. Continue to work over there towards Zuniga. Not letting him breathe at all, Mike Gonzalez. Bo is feeling it, and it gets away from the first baseman. Rivas needs to get the ball because he's going all the way to third. And that's the only danger of going back over there so many times.
And being that there's a lot of open area here past the first base bag, the ball went all the way to the fence, which allowed Zuniga to go all the way to third base.
Strike number 2 here. Well, that's going to be actually strike number 1. Got 2 outs on Acosta. Yeah, because there's nobody backing up your first baseman. So with all that space, takes him a while to get there. And with a speed at first base, he was able to get to third. But you got 2 outs here. And you're ahead of the count. 0-2. So don't worry about your the runner at third. And try to get the 8-hole hitter out, Acosta. And there it is. Another strikeout for Balboa. That's 4, and a big inning for him as no runs for Sharyland. They get that big inning in the second, but nothing here. Wildcats coming up next.
At Weslaco ISD, we teach our students in pre-K and kindergarten the fundamentals of reading by making it fun so they enjoy learning. Students in first grade are reading chapter books. It starts with pre-K and kinder, then a whole new world opens up with music, robotics, art, folklorico, swimming. Weslaco ISD students can accomplish anything. We know because we have seen the success in our students over time.
Weslaco ISD, learning in person in a safe, clean environment or online with the latest technology provided by WISD. Weslaco ISD, 100 years in the making and still the right choice with safety in mind. Enroll now.
You know how to tell how long it's going to take for the sun to go down? Have you ever played that game where you put 2 fingers up like this at the horizon?
No.
For every 2 fingers, it's an hour.
Really?
Yeah.
So what do? Just
Yeah, like the sun, the building wasn't there. You put the finger right there.
yeah.
So right there, it's about 30 more minutes, and it's going to be gone. If it would have been above the 2, it would have been a whole hour.
Oh wow. So how do you know when to start it though?
Well, like to say the sun is up here, and you put it right here down on the horizon. I know we're on, right? We're on the air. I'm learning. You're learning something? Yeah, so the sun's right here. This is where the horizon is at. The earth is here. Put your finger. That's going to be an hour before it goes all the way down. Here's the sun. Here's the horizon,
Yeah.
the land. Right there. So it's an hour.
I see.
More or less. Give or take 15 minutes.
I need to practice when I go to the island.
Yes. All right, back to the game here now. Third inning of action. Wildcats down 5-0 in this by-district competition. We'll go through the first part of the game here, first 3 innings. And to the plate will be the bottom of the lineup. We go to Caleb Escamilla, the 9-hole hitter for the Wildcats. First pitch ball to him. Escamilla, very patient. One thing you'll learn about him, he's very patient at the plate. Pitch outside, and he'll make these pitchers definitely work. So Cienfuegos will have to be on here.
Has a
going on
great
against Escamilla.
Yeah, he has a great glove at second. However, this season he's had his ups and downs with the bat, but he came through with some big time hits in that district championship win Friday night.
2-2 now the count to Escamilla. He starts this inning here. Does the second baseman. And they're going to say it's a strike. 4 strikeouts now here for Cienfuegos. This one starts off the 3rd inning. So to the plate now, we go to the top of the lineup in Jesse Lopez.
Yeah, Cienfuegos just work. Came through with the pitches, came through with his 4th strikeout, has only allowed 1 hit in the first 2 innings.
First pitch swinging, Lopez. He grounds out to first base. We're out number 2. So that'll bring up Alex Solis. Solis struck out the last time out. Solis a strong hitter for the Wildcats. Strong pitcher, strong third baseman. Does a good job at the plate. First pitch outside to him.
So every batter has had a chance to see Cienfuegos at least one time now. So, now let's see if perhaps they make their adjustments, see they know what he throws now. See if they have better luck the second time around.
1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs here. Solis goes after that one. That'll go foul. Out of play. I don't think we've talked about this yet, but Solis has committed to play baseball. Only a sophomore, but he's kind of been talking to the University of Houston already. Said that's where he wants to go play ball. Of course, you can't commit or you can't sign anything till your senior year. So he'll do that a couple more years down the road. We still have a couple more years of him being a young sophomore.
And we get to enjoy watching him play for the Wildcats the next couple of years.
Absolutely. Goes after that one. Will be another foul for Solis. So that'll be 2 balls and 2 strikes. His brother Nick Solis, a senior, out this season. And he will be at the University of Houston starting in the fall. And that'll be a pitch straight foul back. 2-2 will remain the count.
The Solis is a right-hander. Nick was a left-hander.
Mm-hmm. Nobody on, 2 outs, 2 strikes, 2 balls. That one low. The Sharyland crowd wants it. Cienfuegos thought he had it. Umpire thought otherwise.
Well, you saw what the catcher did there. He kind of caught it down low and brought the glove back up there in the strike zone, but the umpire right there saying, nope, ball 3.
Outside, and Solis is on with a walk. That'll bring Antonio Balboa, 4-hole hitter for the Wildcats. Struck out last time out.
Now batting for Weslaco East, number 24, Antonio Balboa.
Runner at first. 2-out rally looking the Wildcats are at this point for something.
Yeah, let's see if this young man can help himself here. His job is just to get on base, give the other hitters an opportunity.
Here comes the pitch from Cienfuegos. Ball high.
You mentioned Balboa struck out swinging in the first inning. That was in 3 pitches.
Yeah. Yeah, he was going after them. They were in a hurry.
Yeah.
Throwing back submarine style to first base.
And in this first pitch here, and the second time at bat, takes that pitch.
One ball, no strikes. Foul back, 1-1 now the count to Antonio Balboa. I'd like to thank everybody watching tonight's game. The Weslaco East sun now starting to go down. The lights are on. The De La Rosa family watching back home. Shout out to them. Enjoying this contest on WISD K-West channel. Game 2 tomorrow at Sharyland. Inside pitch. Oh, they're going to call that a strike. Antonio thought he was almost hit. And that'll make the count of 1 ball and 2 strikes.
That's a tough one for the young man.
That was an inside pitch again. Tonyo took a shot at that one. Foul back.
And what happens, Carlos, is since the umpire called a strike pitch before that, and Balboa's up there thinking, well, they're probably going to call a strike again. Pitch was pretty much in the same location.
One ball, 2 strikes. Runner at first is Solis. 2 outs. And he goes after that one outside and strike out, and out number 3 in this inning. So that'll do it. That'll be 3 innings of play. Sharyland in the bi-district championship game here. Game 1, up 5-0. We'll be right back.
Before Clarissa Renteria was a dentist, she was a student at Weslaco ISD. She was a cheerleader, played softball, and started college early through the dual enrollment program. She graduated from UTPA before earning her degree from the University of Texas School of Dentistry in Houston. Now she is Dr. Renteria, creating beautiful smiles at Professional Dental Group. Weslaco ISD is home to some of the most prestigious graduates in the Rio Grande Valley. For Dr. Clarissa Renteria, WISD was the right choice.
For Sharyland, number 1, Horacio Garza.
All right, we go to the 4th inning now. Bottom of the lineup here. 9-hole hitter for Sharyland, Horacio Garza. Walked and scored a run in this game. Part of that inside the field home run.
That's been the biggest hit of the night.
Yeah, it sure has.
Scored 4 runs.
Yeah, other than that, it's been a pretty even ball game, but that was a huge, huge play. So sometimes it just takes one, and that's what happened there.
That's baseball for you.
Yeah. So we'll go to the 4th inning here. Bottom of the lineup, Garza, I should say. And 1-1 is the count now to him. The sun is now down behind Knapp Medical Center building. The lights are on. Players' eyes will now get adjusted. We'll get adjusted as well. But we'll enjoy the rest of this game here at Weslaco East High School on a Thursday night. Right up the middle. Lopez gets the out at first plate. What a play by the shortstop, because that was a slow roller. He had to move, make the catch, and then make the perfect throw because a speedy Garza was trying to get there. Out number 1.
What I really like, Carlos, is how patient Lopez was in getting the ball. I mean, you got to respect the speed of the batter there, the runner. We know that the Rattlers have some speed. We have a pop fly there.
Pop up, center field. He can't find it. And it was actually Lopez who came up with it. Yeah, Lopez caught it going back for out number 2. So he's got both of the outs in this inning, does Lopez.
Yeah, outstanding job there by Lopez. I was keeping my eye on the center fielder, and he was just kind of waving his arms like, I don't know where the ball is at. And Lopez was able to get underneath it and made an outstanding catch. Looked like the ball was actually behind him and had to turn around there.
So quick work here by Balboa on the 6-3 out, and then the out by Lopez, and now strikeout number 1 to Islas.
And it's great to see the defense is helping Balboa there.
Yep. Looking for a breaking pitch there, a little to the outside for Balboa. 1-1 now the count.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see Balboa get his first 1-2-3 inning here. Give the young man some confidence moving forward.
The 2nd-hole hitter. So you are at the top of the strong part of the lineup here in Islas. The lefty here. That one's going to be a big strike, big swing. So strike number 2. 1 ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes, I should say.
Islas is 1 for 2. Singled in the first inning, was stranded at third, and popped to the third baseman his last time up. The cool thing about playoff baseball, Carlos, is number 1, you have a really good crowd, and number 2, we got some noisemakers out here too. Yeah, it's a playoff atmosphere.
2-2, 2 outs. Lopez, Solis, catch, turn around, and throws it to first base for the fantastic play The 5-3 out. And that'll do it. A 1-2-3 inning, just like Mike Gonzalez ordered. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th inning right after this. So we'll go to the bottom of the 4th inning now here. Wildcats still down 5-0. There's one big inning for Sharyland at top of the 2nd inning. So batting here will be Javi Garza for the Weslaco East Wildcats. I'd like to thank everybody here working tonight's game. Vinny Berry on the camera tonight. Adrian De Leon running the technical side. Mike Gonzalez. Color commentary. I am Carlos Robledo. So we hope you're enjoying this game, although the score, we wish it was a little bit better for your Wildcat fans. If you're from Sharyland, we hope you're enjoying this game as well. First pitch is a strike, and Cienfuegos, he's got 5 strikeouts in the game. Pitching an excellent contest so far. He's got, what, a 1-hitter in this contest. Go to third, picked up. And out. Third baseman over there making the great catch is Cole Gerlach for the out.
Hey, outstanding job there by the young third baseman there, getting that one hopper. Ball went right into his glove. Made it look easy, but trust me, Carlos, that is a very difficult play he made.
So Brown will come to the plate now. Brown popped it up to, what was that, left field last time out. First pitch to him, outside corner, strike number 1 to Brown. Mike Brown has 1 home run on the season. Also another one of these players that plays a lot of travel ball, especially during the summer, does Brown. Plays one sport, baseball. Most of these guys on this baseball team concentrate on one sport as well, and that's why they've been able to improve so much over the years, have the Wildcats. The advent also of middle school baseball, Coach Brown says, has really helped them a lot as well.
Yeah, I came to Weslaco ISD, about 4 or 5 years ago, I think. So Eddie Serna would tell me the same thing at Weslaco High. He was so happy that they brought baseball to the middle schools.
Middle school baseball and middle school softball as well. So that has helped the programs. Maybe,
some of the fundamentals, some of the mechanics for these players, by the time they become freshmen, they're kind of ahead of the game versus the way things were before.
Right. I mean, and before it was all Little League and Pony League, and that's where you got all your play in. But a couple of years of playing, with some coaches from the professional level in terms of, teachers and coaches from the junior high level, middle school level, also being overseen by the high school coaches, really does help. Brown goes down swinging for out number 2, and that'll bring up Nate Rivas. Brown took a big swing at that one. But here we go, Cienfuegos. 6 strikeouts now in the game with that heater working tonight for the Rattlers. Rivas last time out, struck out. He goes after that one. Little off-speed pitch. Turned on it. Foul ball. Strike number 1.
Struck out swinging on a full count in 2nd inning.
Inside pitch. He goes after that one again. Behind the count 0-2. As Cienfuegos now pitching nicely here tonight for the Rattlers. And that one inside. He won't swing at that one. Will Rivas. 1-2.
What's impressed me about Cienfuegos, Carlos, is he's been ahead of the count on most of these hitters there. And yes, we do know how aggressive some of these Wildcat hitters are, but at the same time, it's his deliveries and his pitching, getting some of those strikes early on.
Checking to see if Rivas will chase after that one. Nothing doing. 2-2 the count. Yeah, he's the story of the game so far. Through 4 innings with 6 strikeouts and one hit. He's the story of the game. Trying to catch it inside there, nothing doing.
1 hit, 1 walk. I'm sorry, 2 walks. He's allowed 2 walks.
Yeah, he's doing an excellent job here. And, of course, that inside the park by Soto, and that's all he's needed. Have Quique Cienfuegos. Rivas will take a time. Step out of the box here, regroup. Curveballs, got him looking. And Cienfuegos screaming and yelling, coming off the mound there. He wanted that one, and he got it for strikeout number 7. We'll go to the 5th, still 5-0, Rattlers. So we go to the 5th inning now, top of the 5th. Coming up to the plate will be Victor Sanchez, followed by Jose Garcia, Diego Zuniga. In the hole will be Jorge Alcala, I should say. This is game 1 of a 3-game set, or best 2 out of 3. Game 2 will be tomorrow in Sharyland, 7 o'clock. We'll set up over there at Sharyland for game 2 matchup. Alex Solis will be on the mound for the Wildcats. Not sure about the Rattlers. You might have some insight on who's pitching tomorrow. I believe it's going to be Gerlach, possibly. Miguelito. Gerlach's pitching tomorrow. You don't know? You don't want to tell me? Bart Bickerton didn't tell you.
Bickerton didn't disclose that to me before the game.
Not a problem. First pitch was a ball there. That one is also a ball, a little high. 1-1 the count here to Sanchez.
So we know that Balboa got his first 1, 2, 3 inning in the 4th inning. Let's see if he can make it back-to-back there with the help of his defense.
2 balls, no strikes. Correction here. Sanchez calls time. 2 balls, no strikes once again. And, yeah, coming off a good inning, Balboa looking to repeat what he did in the 4th. Popped up. Out of play, behind the dugout, down third base line.
Well, we mentioned earlier in the game, Carlos, that Sanchez is the Rattlers' best hitter, batting over .420 for the season. He's also looking to go into Alvin College, and according to Bickerton, is an MVP candidate in 31-5 8.
31-5, okay. I could see that.
Left-handed batter, has that interesting batting stance there.
Curveball won't come in, or it did, but it's a little low, and he walks Sanchez. So Sanchez is on at first. Leadoff hitter to the plate now will be the left fielder, Jose Garcia.
Now batting for Sharyland, number 2, Jose Garcia.
Garcia has 1 for 2, single his last time up, and then was caught on a pickoff there at second base in the 2nd inning.
He struck out in the 1st. Ball gets away from Garza. Moving on to first will be Sanchez easily. Now with another threat at second for Jose Garcia.
We've seen this throughout the game when there's a runner on for Sharyland. We've had some wild pitches there, and the Rattlers have taken advantage of it. And once again, another opportunity here.
There is a strike. Garza normally plays third base. When Toño's on the mound, he plays catcher. Toño is the all-time catcher. Curveball right in there for Toño. 1 ball and 2 strikes now on Jose Garcia.
Yeah, great pitch there. Looked like a curveball off-speed pitch into fooled Garcia there. Now Balboa's ahead of the count.
That one will go out of play. Remain 1 and 2. More and more people coming to this game with this playoff crowd here. You got people standing off to the right, some coaches and administrators off to the right. Outside pitch. 2-2 now the count. See also some people from Weslaco High School as well. Got people standing along by the bathrooms in the outfield towards the left as well. People just socially distancing a little bit, not packing it in where the bleachers are. That one down the middle. Going to fly to right field. Catching it out there will be Jacob Rodriguez, and the runner will stay on at second base. That's out number 1.
Yeah, Rodriguez just positioned himself there. Ball traveled down the first base line. Got both of his hands up, make sure to protect the glove, protect the ball inside the glove. Got that first out.
Diego Zuniga now to the plate. The catcher for the Wildcats. Still got that threat and that runner at second base. Balboa curveball. That one bends in there for strike number 1.
Second time we see that in this inning. Getting that nice curveball in strike zone.
Back to second. Pickoff move. Keeping the runner honest at second base. Balboa brings it. Pop up. Who's got it? Second baseman. Calling it. Caleb Escamilla without number 2. Nice work being done here by Balboa in this inning after the leadoff walk. So the pop up to Escamilla, out number 2.
The ball was hit pretty high up there, and Escamilla positioned himself pretty close to first base there, but got underneath it and got the pop up.
To the plate now, Jorge Alcala. Strike number 1 to him. Well, ahead of the count is Balboa, and you talk about confidence, Mike. It's coming in here, especially in these middle innings for Balboa. Outside, not going to give it to him. 1-1 now the count. Right down the middle. Solis deep at third base, and the arm to first for out number 3. We saw him cap the side the last inning. He does it again here, and that'll be the end of the threat. After 4.5, we got the Wildcats coming up next.
Before Harlan Block raised the flag over Iwo Jima, he was a student at Weslaco ISD. There he played for the Panthers, won a championship, and learned some of the leadership skills he and 7 other students used while serving in the Marines. Weslaco ISD is home to some of the most prominent graduates in the Rio Grande Valley. For war hero Harlan Block, Weslaco ISD was the right choice.
Bottom of the 5th inning now coming at you for the Wildcats. And to the plate here will be Jacob Rodriguez for Weslaco East. It's the bottom of the lineup. 8th and 9th hole hitter in Jacob Rodriguez, Caleb Escamilla. And then we'll go to the top of the lineup with Jesse Lopez. Alex Solis in the hole. But they'll have to get through Quique Cienfuegos. What do we got, Mike?
I think it's Jared Bettis leading off the inning.
Did I give I gave him a strikeout the last time. My bad. Yep. We got Jared Bettis Bottom of the lineup then. Let's do that one more time. Perez, Rodriguez, Escamilla coming up. Pop up, out of play, strike number 1.
Cienfuegos has only allowed 3 base runners. Perez is one of them. Was able to draw a walk in the 2nd inning. So we need for him to do that again or get a hit. We need some base runners here.
Base runners would help as it gets deeper into this game. The Wildcats down 5-0 here in the top of the 5th inning. Trying to get something going with Jared Pettis, center fielder. And he'll go down swinging. 8 Ks now for Cienfuegos in this playoff game for Sharyland. He's been money tonight.
Number 11, Joseph Perez.
To the plate now. Will be Perez.
This will be his first at bat.
That's what I'm looking at here.
He's hitting for Jacob Rodriguez.
Joseph Perez. Coming in for Jacob. So it'll be 1 ball and 1 strike for Joseph now.
Big, strong young man, loves to drive the ball. One of the many sophomores in this team.
2 balls, 1 strike now for Joseph. Joseph will adjust his gloves here. Take his time. Cienfuegos goes back to work. Another strike here. Can't catch up to that one. As this one's coming in nice and fast for Cienfuegos.
Going back in time a little bit, Carlos, if you remember Nomar Garcia-Parra, the former Boston Red Sox hitter, used to always, after every pitch, kind of adjust his hitting gloves. That was kind of his little tradition.
And now Joseph's picking up a new tradition here. He's doing it again. 2-2 the count here to Joseph. Bettis. Inside. He takes a swing at that one. And he goes down with another strikeout. Now 9 strikeouts for Cienfuegos. First 2 batters of this inning have gone down with K's. 9-hole hitter Caleb Escamilla now to the plate. Last time out was in the 3rd inning. He struck out. Outside corner is good. In command here is Cienfuegos.
I've been very impressed, Carlos, with his control and his mechanics. As we mentioned, ahead of most of the hitters tonight.
Way outside, 1-1 the count.
And the thing about pitchers, Carlos, is that once they get into a zone, it is very difficult to get them out of it. The Wildcats just need to find a way to make them work.
Outside, gets away from the catcher. Yeah. Sharyland comes into this contest with a 13-2 record. Sorry, that was a 2020 record. I'm sorry. Or no? That's
13-2 might be in district.
Let me come back. Well, let me come back to that. Sharyland is 25-4, 11-3 in district. I should say. And their only 3 losses. They lost twice to McAllen and once to Pioneer.
Yeah, that is some district over there.
Yeah, McAllen took first place, taking care of business over there. Pioneer the second seed, Sharyland the third seed. But all those three teams are pretty good, huh? And then you got from Weslaco East, they're the second seed. Brownsville Veterans, the first seed. Third seed, Porter. Fourth seed, Mercedes. Mercedes will be playing McAllen. I think they have a game tonight, in fact, at McAllen. So 31-5A versus 32-5A. Always a good matchup, even when they were the bigger districts. You know, of course, now we have 31 versus 30, or 32 6A versus 31 6A. Three-two pitch, fouled back. Scamilla hanging in there.
Yeah, great job there staying alive. Trying to just find a way to get on base. I mean, with 3 and 2, you can draw a walk.
3-2 pitch now. Inside. Did not hit him. I don't know how that did not hit him. And Cifuentes will walk him. And we'll go to the top of the lineup. This will be Jesse Lopez now to the plate.
And all you want is an opportunity. And we know what Jesse Lopez did Friday night and coming up with the school's biggest hit in school history. And they need him right now. Let's see if he can come through. He's 0 for 2 so far.
Wildcats need to cut into this lead if at all possible. They have to do it with 2 outs, though. But they do have the top of the lineup here in Lopez. Takes a swing. Strike number 1. I won't have to worry much about the runner. With 2 outs, they'll work on the batter Lopez. Outside pitch, 1-1 now the count. Lopez waiting here. 1-1. Takes a shot at this one. Going to be shallow, center field. But no, the center fielder has it, and that'll be the end of the inning. Out number 3, caught by Saul Soto, and that'll be the end of 5. 5-0. Sharyland with the lead. So we go to the 6th inning now here. Cole Gerlach to the plate. In a 5-run lead for Sharyland. All the damage is done in that 2nd inning. Been a good couple of innings here for Balboa. Starts this one off with a strike. Balboa has seen 3 batters in inning number 4. 4 batters in inning number 5. We could even go back to inning number 3, where we only saw 4 batters there. Deep in the hole, Lopez. No, that's going to be, not even Major League Baseball players make that play. Those are tough. Base hit there for Gerlach.
Now batting for Sharyland, number 3, Jose Acosta.
A nice attempt there by Lopez. Backhanded the grounder there, but you're right, Carlos. That's just too tough of a play for anybody at any level.
Acosta now is batting, but I was going back to Balboa. 4 batters. He faced 4 batters in the 3rd, 3 batters in the 4th, and 4 batters in the 5th. So 3, 4, 5 has all been good. Only 5 batters in the 1st, and it was that big, 2nd inning. is the big difference in the game. Huge difference in the contest, especially when you have a good pitcher like Quique Cienfuegos at the plate. Trying small ball at this point here to move the runner over. Bunt there will go foul, strike out.
And as a matter of
Or
fact,
strike, I
Carlos,
should say.
Gerlach's infield hit is the squad's first since that second inning. I have him down for 3 hits in the second inning. Other base runners have been walks. So Balboa, with a solid job.
Acosta here, 0-2 to him, way ahead. And they'll go after that one. And they're going to call him out, swinging Acosta. Be another strikeout here for Balboa. I got 5 on him, 5 for him tonight. 5 Ks for Balboa.
For Sharyland, number 1,
Horacio Garza will come to the plate here now for Sharyland. 9-hole hitter for the Rattlers.
0 for 1 on the night. Drew a walk in the second and scored.
Inside pitch, and that'll hit the batter. He'll take his base. So 2 runners now on, hit batter, and a base hit. And that'll bring the top of the lineup, Saul Soto.
Sharyland, number 5, Saul Soto.
Saul popped to Lopez's last time up. Struck out in the first inning and was credited for the inside the park home run.
Yeah.
In the second.
Now's where it gets dangerous. Soto, top of the lineup for the Rattlers now. Got 1 out, runners at first and second. First pitch is a strike right down the middle. Soto looking all the way. Lefty, lefty, lefty coming up. Ball low. 1-1 now the count. So Balboa with some work to do here with only 1 out. Runners on. Already down 5-0. Up the middle. Lopez touches second. The out at, nope, does not get the out at first. He's pulled off the bag, but they do get out number 2, and we'll have runners at the corner.
A great job there by Lopez, though, in getting the ball unassisted out at second and then to throw the first. First baseman was off the bag there, so Soto gets credit with a fielder's choice.
So Soto's on at first. Alejandro Isalas will come up next.
But you're right, Carlos. Getting that second out is crucial. So you got to force out at second, force out at first. So let's see if Balboa can get through this.
2 outs now here for Balboa. Doesn't want to give up any more at this point.
And if anything, Carlos, we know that Balboa can trust his defense, so they've come up with some big-time plays tonight.
Outside pitch here to Islas. Ball number 1. Back to first, nothing doing there. Ball low, 1-1 now the count. 2-0. Islas showing bunt here. Inside pitch. Three balls, no strikes here to Alejandro Islas. Runners at the corners now for Sharyland. There's a strike.
Islas just went ahead and took that pitch. Want to see if Balboa was able to throw a strike. He did. So let's see if he's going to be given the 3-1 green light here.
Runners going at first, and a walk. So now the bases are loaded. And to the plate here will be Victor Sanchez. Your best hitter with the bases loaded. Bickerton has to like this. And you have a 5-run lead.
MVP of the team, MVP candidate in district. You're mentioning bases loaded. Leads the team in batting average.
Foul tip, strike number 1.
Let's see if Balboa could get 2 more strikes here and get out of this jam.
This one, center field. And who's going to get it? Yep. Caught there by the Wildcats, Jared Pettis. And that'll be the end of the inning. The thread is over, and it's still 5-0. Bottom of the 6th inning coming up.
Before David Lozano started practicing law, he was a student at Weslaco ISD. He participated in UIL athletics. He was a regional qualifier. He earned college credits through the dual enrollment program. After high school, he attended the University of Texas before graduating from St. Mary's School of Law. Now he helps people in need as an attorney. WISD is home to some of the most prestigious graduates in the Rio Grande Valley. For David Lozano, Weslaco ISD was the right choice.
Heart of the lineup coming up here for your Wildcats in Alex Solis, Toño Balboa, and Javi Garza. Those are your next 3 hitters. 2, 3, 4 in the lineup for the Wildcats. Down 5-0 in game number 1 here of a 3-game set against Sharyland. Solis, the sophomore, with a strikeout and a walk in this game. Cifuentes, 9 strikeouts in the contest. First pitch is low. Ball to Solis.
You can hear some of the fans, some of the Wildcat fans trying to encourage their team. Let's go, let's go.
Foul back, 1-1 now the count. Solis. This one go to the second baseman. Easy out there for out number 1. Garcia to Alcala, the first baseman, for the out. Bring up Toño Balboa.
Now batting for Weslaco East, number 24, Toño Balboa.
Struck out twice in this game, swinging. 0-2 the first time up. Trying to put the ball in play and find a way to get on base against a strong senior.
Went after that one, outside pitch, strike number 1. Breaking pitch. Stayed inside. 1-1 the count. Balboa, power hitter on this team, but he struck out twice in this contest. Looking to get something going here. The 6th inning. That one will go foul. 1-2 now to him.
Yeah, Cifuentes giving nothing for Balboa to hit at least something that he likes.
Took a big swing there. Couldn't catch up to it. For another strikeout. That's 10 now strikeouts for Quique Cifuentes for Sharyland. Another K.
Yeah,
Wow.
Through all those curveballs and
Now batting for
off-speed
Weslaco
pitches and all
East,
that time
number
just
2,
came with the heater
Javi
on a 1-2 count and got Balboa to strike out for the 3rd time tonight.
Javi Garza will come to the plate now. Junior on this team. Playing catcher tonight. Usually plays third base. Strong hitter, a 4-hole hitter for Coach Mike Brown. Takes a cut there. Strike number 1. When you think about this team, they're so young, Mike. You know, you talk about Garza. You think of him as one of the senior leaders. No, he's a junior. Brown's a junior. They're 2 pitchers, Balboa and Solis, sophomores. So the core of this team, very, very young. Lopez, shortstop, he is the senior. So he'll be graduating, moving on. That's an outside pitch, a ball.
This is a group, Carlos, writing school history across the board, playing the first playoff game for themselves and for the school. And they're just taking it all in right now.
Yeah. You got to think, you're watching 15 and 16-year-old kids out there.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas in Sharyland, they're a little bit, you got some more seniors on there, more of a senior-focused team, and more experience on the field. That'll be a strike. No. They're going to say it was a walk.
No. I'm
What are we
looking at
calling?
the
Okay,
umpire.
3
I guess
balls,
calling
1
him back, yeah.
All right, so he's coming back. 3 balls and 1 strike.
Well, that's the thing about some of these umpires. Some of them will say strike or ball, but we notice with this guy, he just puts his fingers up. He doesn't really show much emotion. Takes him a few seconds. But, Javi thought he was on board for the 2nd time tonight.
Yeah, now he'll get the strike, and he's going to wave to Garza. For another strike. That's a senior right there in Cienfuegos. All right, that'll do it through 6. We'll be back for the final frame right after this.
Before Danya Pulido became an attorney, she was a student at Weslaco ISD. She was a member of the National Honor Society and a cheerleader. She earned her degree from St. Mary's University, then graduated from St. Mary's University School of Law. Now she is Danya Pulido, attorney at law for Texas Legal Services Center in Austin. Weslaco ISD is home to some of the most prestigious graduates in the Rio Grande Valley. For Danya Pulido, Weslaco ISD was the right choice.
So we go to the 7th inning now here, 5-0. Sharyland with the lead with 1 big inning. And that all happened in the 2nd.
Now batting for Sharyland, number 2, Jose Garcia.
To the plate now will be Jose Garcia here in the 7th inning, top of the 7th.
Garcia's 1 for 3. Flied out to right field his last time up.
Center field, under it, and making the catch for the Wildcats, Pettis for out number 1.
Yeah, 1 pitch, 1 out there. We talked about Balboa. Just aside from the 2nd inning, he's done a really good job tonight on the mound.
Diego Zuniga now to the plate. First pitch to him is a ball. ripped down the third base line fair. Brown going after it. Zuniga still going. He's going to end up at second base for a double. Really, what's this, the second big hit, maybe third big hit of the game? We had one into right field earlier that ended up being an inside the park home run. And then this one right here down the third base line.
Yeah, that ball was whacked on a 1-0 count. Saw a pitch he liked. Goes in with a stand-up double with one out.
Jorge Alcala will come to the plate. New runner there at second base, courtesy runner for Sharyland. So Alcala to the plate here now for Sharyland. The runner in scoring position. First pitch strike. One out in this inning.
Yeah, it's only the second hit Balboa has allowed since the second inning, but that's probably the hardest hit he's giving up.
1-1 now to the batter. Fans from Sharyland now making some noise, looking to rally their team. That one ripped to Brown, and he's not going to get it. That ball's going to go to the wall. One run's going to score. That'll be the courtesy runner, and it'll be the second double. Back-to-back doubles for Sharyland. Brings in another run for the Rattlers. Scoring is Homer Garcia.
The Rattlers going to work to left field there. Brown couldn't get underneath it. Went all the way to the wall there. Alcala with an RBI double.
To the plate now will be Cole Gerlach. Courtesy runner at second base coming on. Running at second here will be Dante. First pitch is a, and I apologize, I cannot find the name of this young man, his last name. The print is a little messed up here, so let me go to a backup roster here. Outside pitch.
Got a swing and a miss there by Gerlach, so we have a 1-2 count. With one out.
That'll go foul. Do y'all have number 42 on your roster over there? Yeah, it's Dante Pedraza, who is on at second base. So let's get back to the count here. 1 ball and 2 strikes, 1 out. On the batter here, curving for the strike and going down looking will be the batter Gerlach.
Nice pitch there by Balboa. As you mentioned, Carlos coming with the curve to the inside, getting that strikeout. And we see Coach Mike Brown come out. I think we're going to have a new pitcher.
That'll be 6 strikeouts for Balboa. He'll leave the game. Valiant effort. 6-0 is the score here in the top of the 7th inning. And let's see who he'll bring in to finish up the game. Looks like Jared Pettis is going to come in.
Left-hander. I don't keep track of pitch count, Carlos, but I'm wondering if he reached his max. Is that what it was?
110?
110.
Yep, it was 110.
Okay.
So confirmed from the press box crew that Balboa reached his capacity of 110 pitches.
And the numbers I have for Balboa is a 6 2/3, scattered 7 hits, struck out 6. 6 runs scored. I wouldn't know how much or how many of those were earned, but I thought he did a pretty good job, Carlos, considering this was his first start. He's only a sophomore. Game 1 of the playoffs, going up against this kind of team.
A couple of pass balls hurt. You know, a couple of unforced errors that took place that hurt Balboa.
Did walk a few.
Did a few walks.
But got out of some jams too with the help of his defense.
So it'll be 6-0, and Pettis will come into the game here. Try to get one more out for the Wildcats, and then East will come up to hit to try for a comeback. Down 6-0 in the bottom of the 7th.
And this is a new hitter, Carlos. Number 18. That'd be Diego Diaz.
You got Diaz on there, okay.
Left-hander.
Whoa, curving ball. That was a nasty curve. Did not get the corner. Stayed inside for a ball. Another nice pitch by Pettis. That one will go foul, 1-1 the count.
Yeah, that first pitch went from almost hitting him to almost a strike, but to the outside. I'm assuming to the outside.
Beautiful pitch.
Yeah.
There it is again.
I tell you what, Carlos, I've seen left-handers at the high school level before. When I worked in Brownsville, I saw one of the best left-handers ever. And these guys, they throw some really nasty curveballs.
So this one, Pettis.
Henry Garcia is the name I'm remembering from Brownsville Porter that had one of the best curveballs I've ever seen, coached by Tony Barbosa.
Count is now 2-2. Batter here, Diego Diaz. Three balls and 2 strikes. Pettis brings it. Be outside, and he's going to walk him. So runner on first, runner on second. Is this still Garza batting here? Let's see. Yep, number 1, Horacio Garza.
Number 1, Horacio Garza.
Last time out, hit by pitch. So here's Pettis trying to finish the game. Back to first. That was just high. That was just a little bit lower. Maybe on the money, you would have had him. Laying down the bunt. Pettis for first, and he'll get the out. Yes, sir. Nice play by the lefty pitcher to get the out. And that'll end the side for Sharyland. So come to the bottom of the 7th inning. Wildcats down 6-0. Bottom of the 7th inning.
Before Christine McCleary was a physical therapist, she was an honor student at Weslaco ISD, played sports, and was a cheerleader. She graduated from Ohio State University, then physical therapy school at Texas State University. Now she is Dr. Christine McCleary at Triumph Therapy and part of the clinical faculty at UTRGV School of Medicine. Weslaco ISD is home to some of the most prestigious graduates in the Rio Grande Valley. For Christine McCleary, WISD was the right choice.
All right, here we go. Last set chance for the Wildcats in the first game of a 3-game set versus Sharyland. Mike Brown to the plate.
Mike Brown's 0 for 2, struck out swinging in the 4th inning. Fly to left field, his first time up. Cienfuegos pitching, going on 98 pitches now, Carlos. We were told here in the press box right before the start of the frame, Coach Biggerton was asking.
One the count here for Michael Brown. They'll go back. They'll play again tomorrow, Sharyland, regardless what happens here. 1-1 the count. One ball, 2 strikes. 7 o'clock start in Sharyland. We'll be here on KWest. Watch it again here on this same stream. You can watch it on YouTube, watch it on your smart TV, watch it on your phone, iPad, what have you. Strikeout for Brown, and out number 1.
Yeah, that's just Cienfuegos going after the hitters now. You're up 6-0. What, you got nothing to lose? You got a big cushion. Cienfuegos not letting up.
Nate Rivas now to the plate. Rivas 0 for 2 tonight. 2 strikeouts. Fuegos bringing the heat. Telling his catcher to slow it down. Rivas turns on that one, inside pitch. Ahead in the count, 0-2 now. Cienfuegos.
Yeah, let's see if Cienfuegos comes with his fastball here.
So I'll have the call tomorrow. You'll be in Corpus Christi.
Yes, I am. Looking
Brian
forward to it.
Smith will be at PSJ Southwest covering the La Jolla versus Weslaco game. And Scott Harrison will be in Laredo covering the Lady Panthers game. You got Weslaco East softball versus Corpus Christi Carroll, along with Val Zamora.
That's correct.
Little road trip.
Little road trip for us, yeah. Looking
Take
forward
some
to
lunch.
it.
Getting out of work early.
Eat some lunch over there.
Eat some lunch over there in Corpus Christi.
Oh, I love visiting Corpus Christi. It's a beautiful city.
Outside pitch. So 4 games on tap for tomorrow.
First time ever, Carlos.
First time.
I think so, yeah.
Believe me.
I mean, my goodness.
The KWest crew, commend them for all their hard work, everybody. We've never done 4 lives until this year. Due to the pandemic, we've had to do a lot of extra work like that. That one will foul back. And, that was close. She's fine. It missed her. She was leaning towards the ball.
She was trying. She was trying to avoid the
to
ball.
the crowd because no one ever told her which way to go, and she was leaning towards the ball.
Like, why didn't y'all
but
come
it
over
barely
here and help
missed
me?
her.
Yeah. I mean, she was kind of forcing herself toward the fence a little bit, just trying to avoid the ball, and the ball was just right there.
Coach Biggerton wants to give her a helmet. So makes the count 2-2. We got 1 out of this inning. Nate fouls that one back. But yeah, so we have 4 games tomorrow. First time for us at KWest be putting that on. We've done 2 streams. We did 3 streams earlier this year, but this will be the first time we'll have 4. So we'll test the infrastructure of KWest. ball.
I'm sure you remember growing up, Carlos, when you watched TV, you probably had only about 4 or 5 channels to choose from overall. And here we are at K-West, where we're going to bring you four games.
3-2. Outside pitch, so Rivas is on with a walk. That'll bring up Jared Bettis, let's see if he's, what happened? Not sure what happened there. To the plate will be Jared Bettis.
Number 5, Jared Bettis.
And now the pitch count should be up a little bit.
And if it isn't, Carlos, I mean, we're going to find out right now. But if let's say he's like at 107, 108, I wonder if Jared perhaps will just take. He's got one more pitch to go. At 109, he's at 109
He's
right
at
now.
109. So he's got one pitch, and then he's got to sit down.
So you wonder if Jared would just maybe take this pitch and
to finish the batter? Okay.
Oh, I see. I think that's what they're discussing right now.
No. No, I think there's some warning might be going on by the umpire. Not sure. There's some John going back and forth. We'll get some clarification after the game. We can talk about it tomorrow. First pitch is a strike. Jared Pettis. And that'll hit him. So he'll be on now. And that'll be it for him as well. He'll have to sit down, Wilson Fuegos. So Bickerton will come in and bring in a new pitcher. And that'll be 2 runners that'll be on base now here for Weslaco East. To the plate, well, let's see who Coach Brown elects to bring up to hit. But sitting down will be Cienfuegos. 12 strikeouts for him.
Goes 6 1/3 innings, 12 strikeouts, allows only 1 hit. Responsible for the runners on base.
So coming in now is to be a new man here. This will be Jesus Alcon, looks like. Alarcon. Jesus Alarcon will be pitching now. Freshman on the roster. Excuse me, I'm sorry. He's a senior.
Well, his job is just to get 2 more outs. I mean, they got a 6-run lead.
Good defense behind him. Bottom of the lineup. But it was the bottom of the lineup who did the damage. Remember that, though, in that final game of the regular season against Brownsville Vets.
You know, with the new pitcher, Carlos, kind of changes things a little bit here.
Coming into bat, looks like it's going to be Joseph Bettis. So he'll be coming in off the, let's see, has he been playing tonight in the outfield? Nope. Yeah, he'll be coming off the bench here.
Well, he actually went up in the 5th inning and struck out swinging.
Okay. Yeah, you're right, Mike. So Joseph coming up here, sophomore, with runners at first and second. 1 out. So the pitcher has some work to do here for the Rattlers. Escamilla is in the on-deck circle. That one's going to go foul. Crowd like that one. It just went foul, though.
Yeah, he took a good whack at it.
Outside corner, they gave it to him. 1-1 the count. Or 0-2, I should say. My bad.
Well, I'm going to give credit to the catcher there, Zuniga, for positioning himself, getting the pitch. Little outside looked like to me, 3 or 4 inches, but brought it back in and got the call.
The framing didn't help him there.
No, that time the catcher set up outside, tried to go inside, didn't get the call.
1 ball, 2 strikes. A 1 out here. Joseph Pettis. That's going to be in the hole. No, second baseman comes up with a double, clutches it. They're going to say he's safe. Excellent job by the second baseman, Horacio Garza, to make the stop. They couldn't find the handle on the ball to get it to first base. Good hustle by Perez to get on first base.
Yeah, great job there.
So now bases are loaded, and sorry about that, Mike. Caleb Escamilla comes to the plate.
I was just going to say the young man there at second base actually saved the run because he would have scored. We would have seen Riva score the Wildcats' first run of the night there, but instead kept the runner at third. However, the Wildcats in business with only 1 out here.
Still in business here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Caleb Escamilla now to the plate. Jesse Lopez in the on-deck circle. Trying to keep the runner honest at third. So now with bases loaded, anything can happen here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Only 1 out. Top of the lineup coming up here after Caleb. Pending a double play. And there it is. Yep. That'll do it. So the Rattlers win game 1, 6-0. Game 2 tomorrow at Sharyland. And K-West will be there, 7 o'clock. For Benny, Adrian, Mike Gonzalez, myself, that'll do it. 6-0 Sharyland Rattlers. Good night, everybody.